It's now time for Remember When with Uncle John. John Guess, Ouachita County's resident storyteller and local historian. Sit back now and enjoy a walk down memory lane as John recalls the days of yesteryear in his own unique way. You never know, some of it might even be true. So here's Uncle John, along with his trusty sidekick, Kelly Blair.
Back on Remember When with Uncle John. Well, I tell you what, folks, we talk about a lot of stuff that happened back in the past, but we're going to talk about something that happened here pretty recently is what we're going to talk about today. But I tell you what, 25 years from now, people are going to say, remember when somebody shot the water tower over there at Kingsland, Arkansas?
Poor Johnny Cash, got shot right in the crotch.
Wow, but I'm telling you, a perfect shot.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I've been wanting to talk about this ever since I saw it, and I just now got around to it.
Folks, just in case you didn't see it on Facebook, there is a silhouette of Johnny Cash standing there with a guitar painted on the side of the water tower over at Kingsland.
Where he was born.
The birthplace of Johnny Cash. And somebody managed to take a fairly high-powered rifle and popped him right in the nether region, right there in the groin.
They say it was 330-yard shot.
So as the water is leaking out of the tower, which you can imagine pretty good stream with all that water pressure inside that tower, well, you can imagine what it looks like. It looks like some of these bumper stickers you see of the kid peeing on something or whatever.
I'm going to tell you, they got the guy.
See, that's what I'm amazed about. So they found the guy.
Well, I mean, it's like anything else. It ain't no good if you can't brag about it.
Yeah, I think so. You had to be
330-yard shot. Of course, they've got the guy charged with 2 felonies.
That's serious business.
But they said even the mayor over there thought it was kind of cute. I ain't going to say that the guy ought to get off of it, because if I did it, I wouldn't expect to get off of it.
He ought to
but we need to start a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to, they ought to just let the guy pay for having it fixed.
Right.
And not, because I'm telling you, the guy he'll drink free beer the rest of his life. If he goes to the penitentiary, he's going to be a hero.
Well, there's so many other people out there doing so much more nefarious things than shooting a water tower, which, I mean, let's face it, haven't we all here in South Arkansas at some point in time, maybe not with a rifle as high-powered enough to actually punch a hole in the silly thing.
The thing of it is, I didn't know Johnny Cash, but, you feel like you know him. You feel like he's your next-door neighbor.
Yep.
You grew up with him. Johnny Cash would be the first guy to say, hey, wait a minute.
He would think it's hilarious.
He would think it's funny.
He would
be the first
his butt off.
Johnny Cash got in trouble. He started a forest fire in a national forest. Burnt half the forest down.
Yep.
All kinds of crazy things. I can't believe that anybody could expect this guy to go to jail over that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they ought to get off of it. They ought to make him pay for it, because I had to pay for some stupid stuff I done.
Oh, yeah.
But the guy, I mean, it's hilarious. They even said the mayor, the whole town over there, it brought a lot of attention to their little small town. They had an influx of tourism there for a day or two.
A lot of notoriety.
A lot of notoriety there. A lot of free publicity. Johnny Cash they always list Dice, Arkansas. It's where he lived, because that's where they moved to, when they left Kingsland. But Kingsland is his birthplace.
Yes.
I think when they, if I'm not mistaken, when they dedicated the post office at Kingsland, I believe he came and cut the ribbon on it. I believe.
That's pretty cool.
But, the guy is, I mean, I didn't think of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, and my thing is, it's kind of like who's going to press charges. And I know somebody at Kingsland, is probably, like you said, it's fair to law, apparently can't shoot a water tower or something. But I don't know. How about they round up all the drug dealers and all the people, doing illegal gambling and some of this other more nefarious stuff and everything. And after we put them all in jail, then we can start worrying about jailing somebody like this.
But I can't help it. I mean, it's, it sounded like something I might would have done when I was young, but I don't think I would have. 330 yards is a pretty good shot.
Actually, what the police need to do is recruit this guy. They may need him somewhere along the line.
I hadn't thought about that.
Hey, look, we can't gun these guys down. Call Bubba, and Bubba can make that shot. We've seen him do it.
Of course, when when they told me it was about a 330-yard shot, I automatically thought of my good friend Gerald Nutt that's retired from Washita Electric.
Yep.
Because he kills them deer at 300 yards all the time.
All the time.
But let me tell you, the guy should never do a day's jail. Make him pay for it. They ought to start a GoFundMe. Everybody else ought to contribute to it. Hank Williams Jr. ought to pay for it.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, and Willie Nelson, they ought to have a concert for the guy.
Yep.
You know, but don't put the guy in jail. Put him on a talk show, like you said. Put him to work for the government. Let him train some of these sharpshooters.
Let him work it out or something like that. Besides, how much does a piece of bubble gum, maybe some, duct tape, something like that? We can fix that hole pretty easy.
Yeah, get that thing off the TV, man, where they splop it on there.
Yeah. There you go.
But anyway,
if you can float a boat with it, surely you can repair a water tower with it.
God bless the guy. You know, I'm good for $100 if they start a GoFundMe for him. Just let me know where to send the money.
Flex Seal, man. We'll get us a can of Flex Seal. We're all good to go, man.
That's right.
Hey, that's going to wrap up Remember When with Uncle John for today. Thanks to our great sponsors, including the Prescott Raceway, Sherwin-Williams House Paint, and ProMed Ambulance Service. Without them, this show would not be possible. And you can go find us anywhere you can find podcasts, basically. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, I'll get it out in a second, iHeart Radio, Google Podcasts, all of them. You can listen to Remember When with Uncle John. See you tomorrow, John.
See you tomorrow, Kelly.
You've been listening to Remember When with Uncle John on Y95. This broadcast can be heard each weekday morning at 6:45 on South Arkansas's favorite station, Y95.